Folks, how are we doing? It's Mayback Egg, and welcome back to another timeless video. Today, we're going to be playing something a little cheeky, a little off meta. We're going to be playing some Temur Land Destruction. Fans of the channel will remember that this is the first deck I played after Secrets of Strixhaven released. I had a bit of a different list. I've tinkered with it since then. I think I've subbed out Okos and a couple of other cards, and I've added a Wary Zone Guard, obviously for strip mine recursion purposes. But the shells should look pretty familiar here. We're playing powerful 1-drops like Ragavan and Hydroponics Architect to get mana advantage, card advantage. We're running a couple of cheeky stifles. We probably shouldn't be, but I do want to add 3 here to like snipe some turn 1 fetch lands from our opponents and basically play a kind of like control-y game where we lock our opponents out eventually with Wrenn and 6 or Wary Zone Guard using recurred strip mines and gain massive card advantage with Treasure Cruise. I think there's been a lot of talk since Secrets of Strixhaven came out and since the timeless metagame really increased in power level, where we're pretty skeptical of anything higher than a 2-drop in sort of standard deck formatting where you don't have Ancient Tombs and Chrome Moxes, but I do want to try Wary Zone Guards here as a kind of quote-unquote Murktide Regent sort of effect to close out the game once we've exhausted our opponent's resources by stifling them, dazing them, forcing them, so on and so forth. I definitely think a more optimal list would be just a standard Is It Tempo deck, but I have been seeing a lot of combo in the metagame lately, so I really want to abuse the power of Strip Mine, the power of Stifle to like shut down their game plan, counter their spells, and take some games out from under them with our various different threats. That being said, we are absolutely fish food for Eldrazi. This is a terrible deck. We want to dodge Eldrazi today, folks, very badly. We don't want to run into Chalice of the Void negating our 1-drops. We don't want to run into Petrified Hamlets turning off our strip mines. We don't want to run into anything bigger than, you know, a 3 toughness creature. I'm playing it really risky here with 4 lightning bolts in terms of onboard removal. I guess you can maybe count Wrenn and 6 pinging an Orcish Bowmasters or a Ocelot Pride or a fellow Ragavan, but yeah, we're pretty light on removal and banking on our strip mine combo winning us most of our games. And queuing into an Eldrazi match would just be absolutely terrible. But let's take a look at the sideboard to see what we're rocking with here. We've got 2 Fire Magic, of course, to respect the energy matchup, as well as Lithomantic Barrage, 2 Ghost Vacuums to respect Reanimator, either Tempo or all-in Turbo Reanimator. Also gets rid of our opponents recurring their own strip mines. And we're also going to run this card, Price of Freedom. And we're going to do 3 of this in the sideboard. I have just added this card to the deck after looking at what some blue-red lists have been running lately, and just reading the card here: destroy target artifact or land an opponent controls. They may search their library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle, draw a card. Ideally, this is our answer to Chalice of the Void. It's a card that we can sideboard in during combo matchups. 2 mana is a little expensive to destroy someone else's land, but we can answer some lands that way. So especially if we're like running against like Eldrazi or, you know, maybe Sneak and Show, something like that, where not only are their lands super precious to them to ramp out their big threats, but they're also likely playing Chalice of the Void, we're definitely going to be boarding this card in without any question. Force of Negation, 2 of them to respect combo, and then 3 Fairy Macabre to respect Turbo Reanimator, and again, other graveyard synergy decks that we want to be running some interaction for. So my hope here is that we'll queue into some combo decks, see how the deck runs against them. But yeah, I'd also like to see some energy or some sort of fellow tempo matchups, and maybe even see if we can go toe-to-toe with an Eldrazi. So with all that being said, let's hop into some matches. All right, we are on the draw with a Ragavan, a Brainstorm, and a Renin 6 to eventually strip lock our opponents out. We could potentially, if we connect with the Ragavan, deploy the Renin 6, strip mine them, and then get back our strip mine. This is a kind of risky hand, but I think I'm down to keep it. We also have a Brainstorm. We can go and look for some stuff. Maybe not the strongest hand on the play, but we'll just have to see what our opponent gets up to. Ancient Tomb start from them, and a Chalice of the Void. Hey, fuck us, huh? All right. God damn it. Okay, so Ragavan definitely isn't happening. Neither is Stifle or Brainstorm. Oof. We could run out the Strip Mine here, and then hope to Renin 6. I don't hate that. And then we'll pass. Not sure what our opponent's on. Maybe Red Stompy or something of the sort. All right, Library of Alexandria. That's okay. Especially when they're at 5 cards in hand. We'll go ahead and play our Scalding Tarn and pass, getting our Thundering Falls to Surveil next turn. We have a duplicate Renin 6. All right, a Mountain. Looks like our opponent might be on Red Stompy. Pitching Pyrokinesis to their Chrome Mox and playing a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. All right. I don't think we are long for this world, but we can at the very least get our Renin 6 down on the board. Treasure Cruise. I kind of don't hate that, but, you know, we're going to be recurring Strip Mine here. I don't think we're going to be casting this anytime soon, so we'll mill that over. It really sucks that we, yeah, ate a turn 1 Chalice of the Void. But we can resolve a Renin 6 and grab our Strip Mine and start strip locking our opponent. We're going to get outpaced, or they're going to be able to keep tempo with us due to this Goblin Shaman, which sucks. But maybe we'll find ourselves a Wary Zone Guard. I don't know. Broadside Bombardiers. All right, Renin 6 is going to die. Good thing we have another one. And then we'll just have to see here what we can get next. We can get rid of the mountain, I guess, and buy back the Strip Mine. I almost wonder if it would have been a good idea to just scoop this game up, because I don't think there's a chance in hell that we're winning this, and we just showed them fairly significant game information about what we're up to. Hexing Squelcher. All right. Force of Will. Well, that came right on time. I'm going to save us all the tedium and scoop this one up. And we can take a look at what we got going on in the sideboard. We'll definitely want this Price of Freedom. Absolutely. And maybe even a Force of Negation as well. I gotta say, we don't have a really good game against Red Stompy. We might be in a bit of trouble here. Ragavan, being on the play is good for Ragavan. We've got to have our Lightning Bolts to respect the Hexing Squelcher. Yeah, shoot. I'm not sure what I want to cut here. I guess maybe trim the Stifles, because they're not really running anything. You can't stifle the counters being put on a Chalice of the Void. I'm not trying to stifle, like, Fable triggers or Broadside Bombardier triggers. They're not fetching stuff with their mountain. I mean, we could, like, make them dump out a Chrome Mox and kind of stifle them, quote-unquote, by nullifying the Tuck trigger, but I think I'd rather play this Price of Freedom over a Stifle, especially if it means getting rid of a Chalice on 1. Okay, we've got Hydro into Scalding Tarn. That seems pretty good. Wary Zone Guard, also solid. Daze in case they want to, I don't know, bolt the hydroponics. I think I'll keep this. It is kind of a protect the king scenario with Hydroponics Architect. Looks like our opponent has a turn 1 action, which is thrown out of Gemstone Caverns. All right. It's a little concerning, just given the fact that they could, like, pyrokinesis and play around Daze, but I'm hoping we can snipe a Chalice on 1 here. Chromox coming down. Maybe we could snipe a Blood Moon, a Magus of the Moon with the Daze. Getting rid of a Hexing Squelcher. Chalice on 1 played around Daze. Well done, opponent. God damn. All right. Well, we attack in with our Hydro. And let's go ahead and fetch here instead of stripping. I'd like to draw a card, please. All right. Daze ain't bad. Especially if we can double Daze next turn. And they go for a 1 ring. So we could bounce the Scalding Tarn and draw another card, but I kind of don't want the tempo loss, especially if we're planning to play out this Wary Zone Guard here soon. So, yeah, let's go ahead and attack. We'll fetch. Ooh, the Strip Mine that draws a card. We love that. Damn, okay. Well, we can get rid of the Gemstone Cavern. And we can get rid of... Ooh, you know what? I maybe would have wanted to keep that Strip Mine up to bounce it with Daze, but... yeah. Okay, that's good enough. I realize that maybe wasn't the smartest play. I mean, I just kind of gooner-brained, like, Strip Mine, draw a card, click on that, instead of getting the breeding pool to develop our Wary Zone Guard. But, I mean, 2 Strip Mines was enough of an answer for them. Tight. Okay, so, maybe on the play we want to consider Force of Negation over the Daze, especially because we want to be able to stop a turn 1 Chalice of the Void. I think we'll go with that. I don't think there are any other major changes I want to make. Yeah, let's run this. Okay, this is a turn 1 Hydroponics. We need another land, but we have Force of Negation and Force of Will to protect us from a Chalice. We get any fetch land. We have Wrenn and 6. I think I'm willing to gamble on a no-lander. They're going down to 5. We absolutely love to see that, especially with them on the play. And a library start from them. Okay. Hydro. Go for it. Would have loved to play this Ragavan turn 1, given what we got, but... Okay. Hydro down. Can't counter that. That sucks. But we can brainstorm here. And we find our lands. Lovely. Let's go ahead and put back Breeding Pool and Misty Rainforest. Let's draw the Misty Rainforest, and let's get rid of their colored source right now. So next turn, we can play Wrenn and 6 and get our Strip Mine back. Hell yeah. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. We might have it. I shouldn't speak too soon, but I'm liking where we're at. I'm really liking where we're at. I believe Pyrokinesis can only target creatures. So our Wrenn and 6 is probably safe from eating some free interaction right now. Chrome Mox. Okay. Where are you pitching? Screaming Nemesis. That's cool. And a Pyrogoyf? Well, that is getting Force of Willed. No questions asked. No questions asked. Yeah, that ain't happening. Alright, let's play our Strip Mine here and get rid of their... I mean, they can take all the damage they want with their Ancient Tomb. You know what? This leaves us susceptible to a One Ring this turn. That wasn't smart. I should have gotten the Ancient Tomb. Okay. How do we want to play this then? Do we want to... I mean, we could Price of Freedom their Ancient Tomb. Or we could just play Monkey and Hydroponics and continue strip blocking them. I made a misplay there, but I'm willing to, like, gamble on it, I guess. Or we could draw... Okay, I think this is the safest move. Because if they drop a Chalice on 1 this turn, we can still kill them eventually. Another Strip Mine. You just love to see it. Alright, we got there. Whoo! Holy shit. After that game 1, I thought we were in deep trouble. I guess not. Alright, we will take the play with a Brainstorm. Treasure Cruise, Wary Zone Guard. This is slow, but we can Brainstorm into some gas. I think. I'm going to play some hope-based magic here. And keep this. We definitely don't need 2 Treasure Cruises, but... I mean... Imagine dropping this Wary Zone Guard on turn 3. Plus, we can shuffle back one of these Treasure Cruises. What am I saying? Alright, we will play out our Misty Rainforest, and we will pass. Polluted Delta from our opponent. Alright. Watery Grave into Hydro. Let's go ahead and Brainstorm, because I wouldn't mind dazing this. And get into a little counterspell fight here. Okay, we could force it. I don't hate that. Yeah, let's force it getting rid of a Treasure Cruise. And if they wanted to resolve, they'll have to daze or force back. Yep, okay, Hydro. Let's go ahead and play our Hydro. Ooh, I should have played out the Strip Mine to play around. Oh, no, wait. What am I saying? They can't daze. Okay. We lost our Hydro to a Force. Hopefully we've drawn every counterspell out of their deck. They're going to swing with the Hydro, sure. Crack the Flooded Strand, you bet. Go get a Scalding Tarn that draws them a card. Play out another Hydro. We'll Strip Mine this. And then I think what we'll do is we'll go get well, okay. We get Thundering Falls. Ooh, Wrenn and 6, huh? I was going to say, if we mill over 7 cards here, we lose our Strip Mine if we want a Treasure Cruise. Do we want a Wrenn and 6? I don't know. I don't think we do. I don't think we care that bad. And I want to Treasure Cruise here, but I won't. 2 Hydros is not great, but hopefully they don't have a fetch in hand, and we can just drown them out with Wary Zone Guard beats. They do have a fetch, so they'll take 2 damage, draw 2 cards. It's not looking too great for our Wary Zone Guard. They almost certainly have drawn some counter magic here. I'm guessing that this is like just, you know, good old blue-black tempo. We'll go ahead and, well, part of me wants to play the Breeding Pool, but yeah, I think we'll do this. I was going to play out the Wary Zone Guard, but at the very least, this plays around Daze. Okay, that snap resolved. Fascinating. I think I'm going to bolt the Tamiyo while we still can. And then we'll play the Wary Zone Guard next turn. I don't want to see that Tamiyo flip. Okay, they're going to draw a shit ton of cards here, but at least we'll play around Daze. Aha, they got the Strip Mine. They'll go for the Breeding Pool. That's smart. And another Strip Mine? Jesus. Oh, no. We're getting outstripped. This is one of the unfortunate things about this deck is that, like, you know, strip locking is great, but you know what else is great? Just using the 4 strip mines that you have in your deck. This is kind of a lot of bullshit to set up when you think about it. Plus, we're down to, like, the triple strip. I'm going to scoop it up here. It's just not worth it. Okay. We are playing against a blue-black opponent. I think I like the Lithomantic Barrages. And I think I'm going to go down on some Force of Wills. I definitely want to keep the Dazes in. Do I want to run, I don't know, any Graveyard Hate? They're not on Lurrus, which makes me think that it's possible that they have a Reanimation Juke. And Ghost Vacuum could kind of like passively hate on the graveyard in case they are running Treasure Cruise. So, yeah, it's either Ghost Vac or nothing. Let's do one Ghost Vac, and yeah, let's just run one Ghost Vac, a value Ghost Vac. Oof, no lander. Can't do that. Hydro, Ponder, Daze, Strip Mine. That looks pretty good. Brainstorm, Lithomantic Barrage. I think I'll put back the, well, we're going to fetch with the Misty Rainforest. I think I'll put back the Brainstorm, and then we can Ponder if we'd like. Let's grab our Steam Vents. Play our Hydro. Resolves immediately. That's interesting. Watery Grave into Hydro. I'll Daze this. You know what? I'll fight over it. If you want your Hydro to resolve, you gotta pay some money. Alright, you Daze. That's good. I think we're gonna play out the Scalding Tarn attack. And then we will Lithomantic Barrage it. Misty Rainforest. Got another strip. Love that. Don't love being down at 13 life, but we got 2 strips, a Ponder, and a Dream. Maybe this Hydro can take us home. Or the strips will. Tamiyo, sure. Renin 6. We don't have our green mana yet. Let's see, we got some in the... Oh, I guess we could, No, we need green mana. I was gonna say, man, drawing this Misty Rainforest back with Renin 6. I think this is a shuffle. I think we're looking for a fetch land. Or something else to play out. For now, we're just going to keep stripping, but... yeah. They go in with the Tamiyo. Are they going to pass without making a land drop? Nope, they got one. Watery Grave, Brainstorm. Hey, you bet. We need another Lithomantic Barrage to get rid of that Tamiyo. We've got another strip for them, though. That's good.
I hope you don't mind if I take notes.
You know what else is good? Is a Treasure Cruise. Doesn't matter where we attack. We won't do any damage. We're going to get rid of their watery grave. And then let's go ahead and draw. Man, I think we got to say goodbye to this Misty Rainforest over the strip mine here. So let's treasure cruise. They're probably going to force this, which I'm okay with. I mean, okay enough with. We need a fetch. We need to get this Ren and 6 popping off. Strip mine? What the heck? Okay, GVAC. I do not think we will be playing it. Man, we need our bolt or something. Ah, damn. This is not good. This is this is really not good. Oh, geez. This might be a total whiff ball for us. We are brainstorm locked. Man. You know, you draw 2 strip mines, strip your opponent out, and then they just get to fucking ult Tamio like it's whatever. Stinks. I mean, I really don't think there's any way we come back from a Tamio ult. God, if only we were a Orcish Bowmasters deck. They've drawn just about everything they need. We're drawing Wary Zone Guard next turn. You know what? I'm going to save everyone the suffering. I'll just scoop it right here. Ah, Grief. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, man. This is definitely not a a tempo deck that can measure up to other tempo decks, I don't think. Okay, on the play with an instant mulligan, no lander. That's too bad. Hydro Stifle? That looks pretty good. I think we'll put one of the Stifles back, but man, Steam Vent, Strip Mine. I'm gonna be a real fucking bastard and hold up this Stifle, I think. We'll start by I want to play the Misty Rainforest, but I also want to draw off of Hydro with it, so we'll bang in the Steam Vents. Okay. Soporific Springs and then pass. Very interesting. Hydroponics Architect coming in. I maybe should have played another a land there. Let's just go ahead and strip mine the Soporific Springs right now. They're going to Mystical Tutor. Okay, are we getting comboed? I think it's highly likely. Yep, Show and Tell. Very nice. Do they have a turn 2 Show and Tell? Nope, they've got a Thundering Falls. Well, this is nice because we'll be able to hold a Stifle up here. And why don't we see if we go and get a Strip Mine? No, no such luck. We're also drawing too many lands, but maybe we can do something here. Nope, I don't think so. I think it's just going to be... it's going to be a stock up. Fascinating. All right. So they haven't found their Traxa or their Emrakul or whatever it is. That sounds fine to me. We'll go ahead and Lightning Bolt them since there's not going to be anything that we use that bolt on. And then, just because we have a bunch of other fetches, I think I'm going to hit the Thundering Falls here. Ponder? We'll draw that. Yeah, that looks good. Let's go ahead and Ponder. Wary Zone Guard. That could get us a strip lock next turn. But we are not really playing with next turn in mind. I think we've got to, like, lock them out now or never. Do we want to draw the Stifle, though? We could draw the Stifle. No, we already have one stifle. I think this is a shuffle. I think this is a shuffle. Another hydroponics architect is good. Maybe they force that. No, they don't. We'll go ahead and hydro. It's going to be awkward if we do hit a strip mine here. No, we don't. Okay. Well, we get a Misty Rainforest, and we get our second stifle, whether we like it or not. Show and tell. Okay. What do you got for us, opponent? I'll put a breeding pool into play tapped. Got an Omniscience. Okay. Well, Atraxa is not something that we can do anything about. I guess I could have stifled the trigger, but... I mean, they have Omniscience, they have Stock Up, Sneak Attack, Ponder. Let's just scoop it up here. I don't think we have a way of winning against that. Alright, let's do the Price of Freedom. Let's do the Force of Negation. Let's get rid of... I mean, Ragavan's good. Lightning Bolt, not really relevant. Stifle... I mean, maybe Stifle is more relevant than the third Treasure Cruise. Am I smoking? I think maybe we trim a Wary Zone Guard here and try to win the game like this. Hydro, Wrenn and 6, and Daze, and a shit ton of fetch lands. I mean, this gets us a bunch of fetch lands, but I don't know if it's enough insulation. I mean, if they go turn 1 like show and tell, we can daze them. Maybe this is a stupid keep, but I feel like I'm talking myself into it, especially if Hydro gets to draw us a card next turn. I'm going to keep it. I don't feel great about it, but we're just going to jam. Island Pass. Okay. We'll play our Hydro. Sorry, we'll attack with our Hydro. Let's see if we can get a strip mine here. Please. No, we get an island. Alright. Well, there's our strip mine. We'll play another Hydro. And just hope to resolve crazy Hydro beats. Polluted Delta, Vexing Bauble. We could daze it and make them pay and then replay the island. I don't hate that, but like otherwise the daze is just going to languish in our hand. I guess we could have hard cast it. You know, I guess we could have hard cast it if they fuck. Okay. Well, there's the backup daze. Do we want to strip mine here, or do we want to draw with island? I think we want to strip mine. I think we want to get rid of their steam vents. And then we'll play the island or the wooded foothills next turn. God damn, Ancient Tomb. Okay, if they have show and tell. Fuck! We can't daze it. Ugh. Shit. I blew it. Well, we can draw a card. Yeah, they fucking put an Emrakul. Yeah, we don't have anything to do with that. Can't bounce that. Can't do shit about that. Alright. Well, I misplayed that for sure, but yeah, this was a brutal matchup. It's absolutely GG. Damn. Okay, we won the die roll. Hydroponics, Daze, Wrenn and 6, Brainstorm. I mean, pretty great. Can't complain about this. Let's let it rip. Opponent plays a library. A library with 7 cards in hand. An envious position to be in. Well, we'll play out our Hydro. I'm sorry. I keep saying play out our Hydro. We'll attack with our Hydro. We'll go get a strip mine. How about that? That seems pretty good. It doesn't let us cast Renin 6 this turn. But we can strip mine their Library of Alexandria. And we can play our Ragavan. And draw that strip mine out of the graveyard if that Ragavan connects next turn. Alright. Let's play Ragavan. And we'll pass. Mana Confluence. Interesting. Don't see that very often. Wonder what they're up to over here. No companion. Gamble. What the fuck could they be gambling for? I mean, I think we just dazed this. And then we hit with these two. What did we exile? Another Mana Confluence? Let's not show them what we're up to. Let's not show the Renin 6. Let's hit the Mana Confluence and pass. Thespian Stage. Okay. Now I think we'll brainstorm. Treasure Cruise. Breeding Pool. Which draws us a card when it enters. That's kind of hot. Let's put back the Ragavan and draw the Ponder. Yeah. And then let's swing once again. We can juggle the Performance. I've never seen this card ever in my life. Each player discards their hand, then conjures a duplicate of each of 7 random cards from their library of the player to their right, into their hand. The duplicates perpetually gain mana of any type can be spent to cast this spell. What the fuck is this card, dude? I duplicate whatever is in your deck, and you dupe whatever in mine? That is bizarre. Let's Steam Vents and then Treasure Cruise. I mean, ooh. We're going to draw a monkey. I don't know if we want to do that, but I do want to draw some kind of counter magic. Let's just rip it. No. Let's just show it to him. This is a weird deck, man. Let's just show them the Renin 6. I'm being precious about it. We'll get the strip mine back and we'll pass. If they somehow win the game with a Thespian Stage and an Ancient Tomb, more power to them, you know? Okay. We drew a Ragavan. Let's play the strip mine. You know what they could do? They could copy the strip mine with the Thespian Stage. That's kind of interesting. Let's go to attacks. Got him on a 4-turn clock. Nothing amazing. But we do have him strip locked. And every turn that we hit with the Ragavan, we get a treasure. Juggle the Performance again. Part of me wants to see them cook with this juggle type beat. They're going to take a hit from their Ancient Tomb to copy it. Copy the Thespian Stage? No, they're going to copy the Steam Vents. Okay. It's fine by me. We'll get back our blue strip. And I guess we can ponder. Wary Zone Guard. Lightning Bolt. I think this is a shuffle. I'm starting to find here that maybe the Wary Zone Guards could just be something else. I don't know. Okay, you're gambling now. Let's brainstorm. Okay, we don't find anything that we want. We'll put back the Ragavans. But if they take any more damage... Okay, wait. Hydroponics, Ragavan, 3 damage. Lightning Bolt, total of 6 damage. Renin 6, 7 damage. We got him dead next turn. So unless they can literally do magic, we got them. They discarded an Emrakul. They play out a Chrome Mox. Starting to look a little bit more like they might pull something off. Getting rid of a Dark Ritual. Some kind of crazy Grixis combo deck, man. This shit is bizarre. Alright, we'll just swing first. Aha, sneak attack. So there's some kind of... I mean, the Emrakul... There's some kind of Grixis sneak attack deal, I guess. We'll ping him for 1. And then we'll bolt him. How's that sound? Alright. GG's, on to game 2. What do we like here? We like, Force of Negation, for sure. We'll trim a Wary Zone Guard. We'll trim 2 of them. We saw a lot of Juggle the Performance. We saw Gambles. I don't know. Is there anything else we want here? I think I'm okay with the Stifles. We could trim the Lightning Bolts, but it kind of came in handy that match. Let's trim 1 and put 1 Wary Zone Guard back in. Yeah, let's run it like this. Okay, on the draw with 2 Hydros and a Ponder and way too many lands. I think this is a ship situation. This is looking pretty good. Double strip into Treasure Cruise. Force of Will and Daze. Not a bad hand to see against combo. What do we get rid of, though? The second strip? Probably not the Treasure Cruise. I think we're going to keep this, but I guess we'll get rid of the island. Leyline of Anticipation. They may be, cast spells as though they had flash. Good for them. Let's make sure that they can't cast any crazy spells. And we might do that by strip mining an Ancient Tomb. Okay. They've got a lot of mana out. I think we're going to strip mine here. And then we'll play out an island to have Daze potential. But, you know, if they pass with 3 mana up, I think we just got to strip mine in that situation. Let's do Misty Rainforest and pass. DT. I will Daze that. For sure. Do I grab a Thundering Falls? I kind of don't hate surveilling and then... Yeah, I mean, I'll take a Force of Will. Sure. Yeah. You betcha. And if they miss a land drop here, nope. Okay. Dark Depths? Well, good thing I have a strip mine. They are all in on combo, huh? Part of me wants to get rid of the Dark Depths, but it can't actually tap for mana. So I think I'm going to get rid of the Thespian Stage. That might be turbo psycho, but... Oh, boy. Okay, Entomb. I'll let you Entomb, but I'm going to force whatever you try to reanimate. Raph and Mikey, huh? Okay. You betcha. Steam Vents, I think, and we'll Brainstorm. There's a chance we might Brainstorm into a Daze here. All right. Well, this is a strip lock. If we take the Wrenn and 6, let's put the Thundering Falls back and a Treasure Cruise back as well. I mean, I guess we're drawing one of them. We'll draw the Treasure Cruise because it's a blue card to pitch to any one of these forces. But let's go grab our breeding pool, play out our Ren and 6, and start recurring strip mine. Starting town. Oh my gosh, the stifle is great if they somehow spike the thespian stage. We'll grab our strip mine back. Can't treasure cruise just yet, but maybe we can stifle something. I'll let you Chrome Mox. I don't really care that much. Maybe I should care, but we just are so Gucci down to the socks with interaction here that I can't give that much of a fuck. We'll strip mine once again. We'll get back the strip mine. Still can't pop off the treasure cruise here. I guess we could have if we, I don't know, played something, but yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm down to, well, let's play the strip mine. It's treasure cruise. Wary Zone Guard. That'll start killing him. Ponder. Make a ponder. Draw a Force of Will. Decline. We can, is there even a land in our graveyard? No. Do we care about... Oh, you know what? Instants and sorceries having retrace is kind of baller. We can just click 0. Let's get rid of Island and I guess the Treasure Cruise. Because we can just retrace the cruise if we want to. Alright. We can drop... Well, we can play... Okay, hold up. Well... They don't actually have lands we can strip mine. Let's just play the Wary Zone Guard. And we will return the island to our hand. Brainstorm if we want. On our turn. On their turn. And they're going to Vampiric Tutor. I mean, I guess we could just force this? Or we could force whatever they Vampiric Tutor for. I don't actually care. We have 3 forces. They're probably going to go for a Reanimate to get Raph and Mikey. Yep. Let's force this. Pitching Force. 1 Reanimate down. We can Brainstorm. We'll put back Ren and 6 and the Steam Vents. I guess we can draw the Steam Vents. What are we going to do here? We can do Instants and Sorceries have Retrace. And, yeah, that's GG. Very interesting deck from our opponent. Very weird choice. This Juggle the Performance is, I mean, it's so strangely worded. Player to their right kind of implies that maybe someday we'll get a multiplayer format on Arena. Weird. Interesting. Alrighty, 2-2 with Temur Strip Lock. We took a match off of Red Stompy. We played pretty well that game, and then we lost pretty badly to Dimir Tempo, and again against Sneak and Show. Really got outplayed in that match. Our opponent played really well around our dazes, and then we absolutely mogged some kind of 5-color Comboburger deck. That was quite the sight to see. It's been said before, but one of the problems with strip lock is that tempo decks are so good at operating with just 1 or 2 lands in play, they aren't really taxed by your land destruction. What's more is that they also run the same strip mines themselves, which can take you off of your game. So, like, case in point, the bad beats we got against Dimir Tempo, they were totally able to thwart our game plan by drawing 3 of their own strip mines game 1 and winning with hydroponics, and then ulting a Tamio in our second game. So I think if this deck is going to see more success, it has to look more like an Is It Tempo deck and less like green land destruction. So that probably means cutting the Wary Zone guards. This did not make a very good showing at all in our games today. And maybe cutting another Wrenn and 6 as well to fit 4 of like Tamio or something like that in the main deck. And at that point, you're probably just better off subbing the Stifles and the rest of the Wrenn and 6s for Corey Steel Cutters, maybe trying to run like Mishra's Bauble and Dragon's Rage Channeler somewhere in the list, blah, blah, blah. Basically, we're talking about playing Is It Tempo here. It does the job of this deck probably better because it actually kills our opponents quicker. Against that combo deck at the end, like, clearly we were a stronger pile of cards than they were, but like, those matches took a really long time because except for our Wary Zone guard, all we have in terms of killing power is Hydro, Ragavan, and a couple of lightning bolts. So yeah, it blows my mind to say this, but strip lock is just kind of a cute combo in Timeless. It's not super, super strong. If you are going to be doing strip lock stuff, I think you probably want to be running like a Chrome Mox, Ancient Tomb, more of a traditional like Stompy lands type setup, kind of like the Golgari strip decks of yesteryear. But also, if you're wanting to have a little bit of fun with some blue cards and strip mines and get to play a Wrenn and 6, I don't dislike playing this deck. I just wouldn't expect it to be that competitive. We did see an opponent scoop to a Price of Freedom on their Ancient Tomb. So, maybe there's like a space that we could talk about where there's like a Gruul Stompy, like Wrenn and 6, Chrome Moxes, Wary Zone guards, but you're also running the Ancient Tombs and the fast mana type stuff where you're trying to like strip block your opponents out. Maybe you're doing crop rotations to get strip mines into play. That could be fun. It would probably be worse than Red Stompy, but just a little theory crafting for maybe what could be more fun in the future. Well, folks, thanks for sticking around for another Timeless video. Please go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. We've got great Timeless content coming up soon in the future. As always, let me know what you would like us to play on the channel. I'll do my best to make it happen. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.